Welcome back to Chow Time Pod. It's your host, Brett. And videos today from the Modern King. Greedy ex-wife gets humbled by judge. Please like, comment, subscribe down below. I really appreciate that. It's Chow Time.
Well, I'm divorced from the person that didn't show up.
I see that.
Yes, and I'm here to ask the court for more spousal support. I've went part-time on my job. I'm no longer working full-time. I've lost money. And the man's done nothing but cause me trouble since we've been divorced. He does all kinds of crazy stuff.
Okay.
And I deserve more money with all this harassment. Plus, I want a restraining order against him. This has to stop. My nerves are on edge. Can't take much more of it. But I think $100 a week extra for spousal support would be fair with all the, the headaches he's given me and everything like that.
It never fails to amaze me how they will divorce the man, but still think they are married to his wallet. He is not responsible for you. He doesn't owe you anything, and you are not entitled to any raises he gets at his job.
You think it'll be fair?
Yes, I've left him alone. I don't go around him. It's him doing the harassing.
Okay.
You're literally in court trying to harass his pockets for even more money.
If you qualify, obviously, for an increase in spousal maintenance, that is something that I can entertain.
See, that part does not fly with me. Why is it, once it's set, it can be increased? Just because I make more money later, we're not together anymore. My lifestyle is my lifestyle. I owed her what the lifestyle she had with me, correct? Why do I owe her a lifestyle that I upgraded myself now? That doesn't make sense. But it makes sense when it comes to...
So let's talk about that. You said you believe $100, an extra $100 a week is fair.
Yes.
Why do you believe that's fair?
Well, like I said, my wages have went down. I'm only working part-time now. We're doing late.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Why does that matter? That's your job. That's your side of things. Why should he increase just because you can't take care of yourself?
Layoffs and things like that. So
You say your wages?
Yeah, my wages are going down, and his are going up because he still gets those 2 raises every year. He's been with that company forever, and he makes good money. I don't make half of what he's making.
It doesn't matter if he's the richest man in the world. You are not entitled to anything he has. She expects the system to require him to take care of her after she divorced him. Yet soon the judge will make her realize he is no longer responsible for her in any way.
And it's been really tough. I raised his children. I entertained his friends. I kept the house clean. I did everything that a good wife does.
Other than divorce the man and trying to take everything he has now.
I deserve that extra $100 a week, and he can certainly afford it.
What does he do for a living?
He's a CEO for an oil company.
Okay.
Yeah. Makes really good money, bonuses and all that stuff. I mean, he's just raking it in.
How much is your spousal maintenance right now?
The spousal maintenance, it's about $325 a week, maybe.
Okay.
About $1,200.
He doesn't pay on time either. It's not always on time. So he is late on that. I think that should be a penalty right there.
She gets an extra $15,000 a year just because she got married to this man. Yet she's complaining and says she still needs more.
He shouldn't be late.
Okay. What type of expenses do you have?
Well, I have rent. I'm still making the payments on the house. We, before we got divorced, we had it redecorated, carpet paneling on the outside, siding on the outside, all kinds of different things were added to it. And I'm making the payments on that still. I still got another 5 years for all those payments to be paid off. And then, I got food. My car's paid off, but, gasoline's expensive, the upkeep of the car, things like that, electric bills, water, everything like that.
Everything is just listing off as if this is his responsibility still. You aren't married anymore.
Not to mention entertainment. You can't expect me to sit around the house and watch TV all the time. I'd go out from time to time. That takes money.
Now, when you all were divorced 2 years ago, outside of spousal maintenance, were you awarded the home?
Yes, I was awarded the home. And he fought me on that, but I won it.
Okay. So you were awarded the home. You don't have a lot of payments left on it.
No.
So I guess I'm confused as to why you're here, because you haven't said anything that will warrant an increase in your maintenance.
Well, I went down on hours from work. I mean, that's a financial burden.
Well,
And-
okay, so you went down on
yeah, my
hours.
boss did. My boss did. I didn't do it. My boss made me take less hours.
Right, but nothing has really changed with a lot of your expenses. You said you don't have a car note. You have a little bit left on your home to pay off. Sounds like you're mainly paying utilities and then a mortgage.
And the insurance for the car, I mean, the insurance is always expensive. Gasoline prices always going up.
Right, but you
I love women judges sometimes because when they look at this and they just see the BSery and they're just like, but then there's those feminist judges that hear this BSery and it's like, oh yeah. I'm gonna screw him just for you.
had those expenses at the time that you were divorced, correct?
Yes.
When you all were divorced, did he have a 401k in existence? And this is Texas, which is a community property state, so I'm assuming you at least got 50% of that.
Yes, I did, but
Yes,
I don't think
no,
that
ma'am.
should be taken into consideration.
No, ma'am. It was taken into consideration the first time you received spousal maintenance. You can't have me take it into consideration again. That's not fair, and it's definitely not the
Got the house, half of his retirement, and still asking more money.
law.
Him losing his house and half of everything he had, including his 401k, wasn't fair. Men have to stop putting themselves in these circumstances, where they are at risk of losing half of everything they spent their life building just because the woman they married wants a divorce.
His 2 raises every year. I don't get raises. My job's a very poor paying job. I'm uneducated. I mean, I'm gonna, my age, I'm not gonna find much now. I have to stay where I'm at. I feel like I'm trapped in this life.
And Ms. Ellison, I feel like you came here to waste my time because I cannot give you an increase in spousal maintenance just
$50
because
a
you're
week?
asking for it. No, ma'am.
25?
Even $5. The answer is no. So is there any?
Broke, dusty, musty, crusty. Even 25.
Thing else that you needed from me here today, because I cannot grant you spousal maintenance just because he's made an increase from his wages.
Well,
If that were the standard, then everyone would come in court asking for an increase.
people need increases. I mean,
Well,
women
and
living
you-
on their own, I mean, that's hard.
Let me ask you this question. When you all were divorced and you received half of his 401k, how much was that?
It was a nice piece,
Okay, what's a nice piece? Give me a number.
about 250,000.
You serious?
Men who have taken a break from dating, what positive changes have you experienced?
You ask a great question, so let's talk about it. And ladies, let's be clear. Unlike the Pander Bears, I'm going to tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. First, men save a ton of money. Money that they can then invest in themselves rather than wasting it on expensive
See, he's right. I invested in myself. Look at this gorgeous face, guys. I spend money on this.
dates trying to meet the ridiculous expectations, high standards that today's women have. Next, they have more time and energy. Trying to date today is mentally, physically, and emotionally exhausting for men. Men have found that by walking away, they can go do things that they enjoy instead of wasting hours swiping right on dating apps or trying to get the attention of women, most of whom think that they're entitled to a 10 when at best they themselves are a 3, 4, or 5. And finally, when men give up on dating and relationships, they find the one thing that they want more than anything else. The thing they rarely, if ever, get in relationships with women. They find peace and happiness. The bottom line, ladies, is this. You can keep doing what you're doing, blaming men for anything and everything, or you can take responsibility for your actions. Acknowledge that your expectations of perfection are completely absurd and take accountability for the way you've mistreated men all these years. The choice is yours, but let's be very clear, ladies. Until you decide to choose the latter, The reality is more and more men will continue to walk away, and the likelihood that you'll end up alone is only going to increase.
Yeah, court system is just made to drain money out of men. Why? Because women need to spend money. The economy needs to keep running. And without women spending money, the economy literally stops to a screeching halt. Please like and subscribe down below. I really appreciate that.